Hello class and welcome back to our multimedia production series. Today, we're focusing on two critical areas, photography and video editing. We'll cover key concepts and technical vocabulary that are essential for working in this field. Photography. Let's start with photography. It's not just about taking a picture, it's about making a visual statement. Composition is how you arrange the visual elements in a photograph. It's about creating a balanced and appealing image. Essential concepts include rule of thirds, dividing your frame into a 3x3 grid and placing your subject along the lines or at the intersections. This creates more dynamic and interesting shots. Leading lines, using natural or man-made lines in a scene to guide the viewer's eye toward the subject. Framing, using elements in the scene to create a frame around your main subject. Editing and retouching. Once the photo is taken, we move to editing and retouching. This is where you adjust the image to achieve your desired look. Retouching, correcting flaws like blemishes or dust spots. Photo montage, the technique of combining multiple photographs to create a new image. Formats, the file type of your image. Common formats are JPEG, small file size, good for web, PNG, supports transparency, and TIFF, large, high-quality files for print. Resolutions, the number of pixels in an image. Higher resolution means more detail. DPI, dots per inch, is used for print, and PPI, pixels per inch, for screens. Color modes, how colors are represented. RGB, red, green, blue, is for screens, and CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, black, is for printing. Video editing and advanced photography. In this section, we'll dive deeper into the art and science of photography, exploring advanced techniques and the tools professionals use to create stunning images. Let's start with camera settings. Understanding how your camera works is essential for creative control. The three pillars are aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Aperture controls how much light enters the lens and affects depth of field. A wide aperture like f/1.8, creates a blurry background perfect for portraits. A narrow aperture like f/16 keeps more of the scene in focus, ideal for landscapes. Shutter speed determines how long the sensor is exposed to light. Fast shutter speeds freeze motion, while slow speeds create motion blur, great for capturing movement or light trails. ISO controls the camera's sensitivity to light. Low ISO values produce clean images, while high ISO can introduce noise but help in low light situations. Choosing the right lens is just as important. Wide-angle lenses capture more of the scene, perfect for landscapes and architecture. Telephoto lenses bring distant subjects closer, ideal for wildlife and sports. Prime lenses offer sharpness and wide apertures, while zoom lenses provide flexibility. Now let's explore advanced composition techniques. Beyond the rule of thirds, look for symmetry, patterns, and leading lines to create balance and interest. Use negative space to draw attention to your subject and experiment with depth and perspective for a three-dimensional feel. Framing your subject with natural elements like doorways or trees adds context and focus. Try shooting from different angles, high, low, or through objects to create unique perspectives. Lighting is crucial in photography. Natural light changes throughout the day, creating different moods. Golden hour, just after sunrise or before sunset, offers soft, warm light. Midday sun is harsh but can be softened with diffusers or reflectors. In the studio, artificial lighting gives you full control. Use key, fill, and backlights to shape your subject. Experiment with softboxes, umbrellas, and gels to modify light quality and color temperature. Let's look at practical tips for different genres. For portraits, focus on the eyes and use a wide aperture for a soft background. In landscape photography, use a tripod and a narrow aperture for sharpness throughout the scene. Macro photography reveals tiny details. Use a macro lens and steady your camera. For street photography, anticipate moments and use a fast shutter speed to capture action. In wildlife, patience and a telephoto lens are key. Post-processing is where your creative vision comes to life. Use editing software to adjust exposure, contrast, and color. Crop for better composition, remove distractions, and apply sharpening or noise reduction as needed. Color grading can dramatically change the mood of your image. Experiment with color balance, saturation, and creative filters to achieve your desired look. A good workflow saves time and keeps your files organized. Import your photos, back them up, and use non-destructive editing so you can always return to the original. Export in the right format for your needs. JPEG for web, TIFF for print. Now let's talk about video editing. This is the process of manipulating and arranging video shots. The timeline. The timeline is the heart of any editing software. It's a graphical representation of your video, showing all your clips, audio tracks, and effects in chronological order. Editing software offers powerful tools for organizing, trimming, and enhancing your footage. Use markers and labels to keep your project organized, and experiment with different cuts to find the best flow. Lighting and special effects lighting. In video, lighting sets the mood and highlights the subject. Three-point lighting is a classic technique using a key light, fill light, and backlight. Special effects, SFX, digitally generated visual elements or effects added to the footage, like explosions or green screen compositing. Transitions and rendering transitions. The methods used to move from one clip to the next. A cut is an instantaneous change, while a dissolve or a fade is a gradual transition. Rendering. The process of compiling all the video, audio, and effects on the timeline into a single, playable video file. This can be time-consuming as the computer processes all the data. When your project is complete, export it in the appropriate format and resolution for your intended platform, whether it's social media, web, or print. Glossary for projects and manuals composition. The arrangement of elements in an image. Rule of thirds. A compositional guideline. Leading lines, lines that draw the viewer's eye. Retouching, fixing flaws in a photo. Photo, montage combining photos into one format, the file type, for example JPEG, PNG. Resolution, the number of pixels in an image. Color mode, the color model used, for example RGB, CMYK. Timeline, the chronological workspace in editing software. Key light, the main source of illumination. Special effects, SFX, added visual elements. Transition, the method of moving between clips. Rendering, the final process of creating the video file.